Part 2 of the Madden Challenge Series featuring Mike Furrey becoming a star in the offseason of year one. We had to make some significant moves because we were getting a little long in the tooth, to be honest. Let's get into it. First, we traded Christian Fourier, Tyrone Poole, and a 4th-round pick to the 49ers for cornerback Mike Rumph, a 5th-round pick, and a 6th-round pick. Next, Keith Traylor was sent to the Seattle Seahawks for backup linebacker Isaiah Kaczewski. And finally, we dealt longtime Patriots wide receiver Troy Brown and a 7th-round pick to the Redskins for backup free safety Matt Bowen and a 3rd-round pick. Several Patriots were re-signed, including Matt Light, Mike Furrey to a 7-year deal, Adrian Clem, Larry Izzo, Tom Ashworth, David Givens, Patrick Pass, and finally Ted Johnson. Willie McGinnis was franchise tagged and then sent to the Cleveland Browns along with a 6th and 7th round pick for Darnell Sanders and a 3rd and 4th round pick. I feel like we had a very good draft. Started off with Derek Johnson, a left outside linebacker, 83 overall, followed it up with Braylon Edwards, 80 at wide receiver. Maurice Clark going to be a backup running back for us, 78 overall. Jason Leach is going to be a backup free safety for us, 80. I feel like that was probably the best value pick of the draft. Followed it up with Eric King at cornerback, 76, Adrian McPherson at QB, 76 as well. And then finished off the draft with a defensive tackle, Travis Johnson, 74 overall, Jermaine Berry, another defensive tackle, 71 overall, and a couple of offensive linemen, Pete McMahon, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name, but they were both 74 overall. Free agency was a little light, and we signed Jimmy Williams, who was 78 overall, and Martin Bibla, who was 75 overall. Jumping right into training camp, Mike Furrey, he gets the job done this time and gets gold on all Madden. Mike, celebrate as much as you want this time, guy. 7 points. We end up putting 1 in acceleration and the rest in catching. Mike Furrey, 75 overall. Preseason starts off with a 27 loss to the Ravens, a 2 for 28 performance for Mike Furrey. Another loss this time to the Steelers, 3 for 32 for Mike Furrey in this one. 0-3 in preseason, but Mike Furrey gets 6 catches for 36 yards. At least we end preseason with a win, but Mike Furrey has his worst performance, 1 catch for 3 yards. No progression in preseason. I am feeling defeated. We start the season against the Cleveland Browns, and it's a victory. Mike Furrey only has 3 catches for 16 yards. He then follows that up with only a 1-catch, 11-yard performance against the Raiders in a loss. Another loss, this time against the Bucks, 1 for 22 for Mike Furrey. Something is clearly not working, so we demote Mike Furrey to number 2 wide receiver. A 27-20 win over the Chiefs doesn't yield much better results, 2 for 5 for Mike Furrey. After 5 weeks of play, no progression for Mike Furrey, and he only has 7 receptions for 54 yards, no touchdown still. We get blanked by the Panthers, Mike Furrey 2 catches, only 6 yards. Big win over the Jets, 27-3, and Mike Furrey has his best game on the season, 5 catches, 39 yards. After a season and a half, Mike Furrey gets his first regular season touchdown catch from Tom Brady. He finishes the game 3 for 29 and a touchdown in a 28-21 win over the Saints. We get smacked around by Buffalo. Mike Furrey 3 catches for 67 yards. Holy crap, another touchdown catch. This time Mike Furrey gets 1 catch for 16 yards and a touchdown in a 28-12 win over the Denver Broncos. Mike Furrey 5 catches for 41 yards and a 20-6 win over the Miami Dolphins. The New England Patriots sit at 6-4 after 11 weeks. Finally, some in-season progression. Mike goes up to 77 overall. He adds 5 to awareness and 3 to catching. 86 catching so far, not too bad. Best win of the season, a 41-24 victory over the San Diego Chargers. Mike Furrey goes off for 10 catches and 118 yards. 7-point loss to the Titans, but Mike Furrey leads the team in catching with 5 catches for 37 yards. Another touchdown reception and a win over the Jets. This time Mike Furrey has 4 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. Mike goes 5 for 69 in a 10-point loss to the Bills. Mike adds another touchdown in a 8-point win against the Falcons. He finishes 3 for 14 yards and a touchdown. Unfortunately, a loss in Week 17 keeps us from making the playoffs, but Mike Furrey adds 5 catches for 20 yards to his season total. End of the season progression, Mike Furrey goes up 2 in overall, 4 in awareness, and 2 in catching. Mike Furrey finishes the season improving all of his statistics with 58 catches, 543 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And of course, the Colts win the Super Bowl again. With things moving in the right direction, are we destined to finally make the playoffs? Is Mike Furrey going to become a star? Like and follow to find out in Part 3.